The energy around the New England Patriots has shifted, and you can feel it. After a disappointing 4-win season that left fans questioning everything from the front office to the coaching staff to the quarterback room, the tone heading into the new year is completely different. There's a buzz, a spark, and a belief that this is not the same team we saw last year. And right at the center of that change, standing tall with the weight of expectation on his shoulders, is none other than Stefon Diggs. Now let's get something out of the way early. Yes, Diggs was seen courtside at Madison Square Garden. Yes, he was spotted watching the Knicks and Celtics throw down in the playoffs, sitting next to none other than Cardi B. But that's not the headline anymore. The real story is what he's doing away from the cameras. It's about his grind, his rehab, his passion, and the fire in his belly to prove that not only is he still that guy, but that he's coming back better than ever. Diggs, who tore his ACL last season with the Houston Texans, is entering his 11th year in the league. That's a long time. A lot of guys by year 11 are thinking about retirement, about life after football, or just trying to hang on for one more season. But Diggs isn't built like most guys. While some players hit a wall or lose the motivation to push through serious injuries, everything we're hearing from Foxboro says Diggs is laser focused on getting back to elite form. And not just back to where he was with CJ Stroud last season, or when he was making plays with Josh Allen in Buffalo, or even all the way back to his breakout days in Minnesota. Diggs is aiming higher. His exact words, he said he's focused on being better than I was before. That mindset, that mentality, it speaks volumes. He's not coming back to just be a reliable veteran presence. He's coming back to dominate, and that's exactly the kind of energy this Patriots offense has been starving for. This is a team that's lacked swagger, lacked explosiveness, and frankly lacked an identity on the offensive side of the ball for far too long. But with Diggs in the building, that changes. Let's not forget, this is a guy with over 10,000 career receiving yards. A guy who's torched defenses, pulled off miracle plays, and carried offenses when they needed it most. If there's anyone who knows how to win at this level, it's him. But what makes his story even more compelling right now is that he's not resting on past success. He's not satisfied. He's talked openly about how football will never get old to him, how the game still lights that fire inside him, and how he's trying to win again. Think about that. After a decade in the league, multiple playoff runs, and Pro Bowl selections, he's not chasing stats. He's chasing wins. He's chasing legacy. And now he's doing it in a Patriots jersey. Let's also be real here. Diggs doesn't have to be doing this. He could have taken it easy. He could have faded into the background while rehabbing. But instead, he's fully bought in. According to everything we've seen from Forge and Foxboro, the behind-the-scenes Patriots YouTube series that gives fans an inside look into team life, Diggs is present, he's engaged, and he's becoming a vocal leader. And that's something that matters, especially for a team trying to build a new identity. That kind of veteran leadership paired with elite-level talent is exactly what head coach Mike Vrabel and the revamped Patriots staff are counting on. This isn't just about talent acquisition anymore. It's about culture building. Vrabel isn't here to play nice or just manage games. He's here to set a tone, establish a standard, and demand excellence. And Diggs fits right into that blueprint. He's intense, he's passionate, and he's got a chip on his shoulder the size of Gillette Stadium. Now, for those who are still skeptical, yes, it's always tricky projecting greatness after a major injury, especially for a wide receiver north of 30. The legs aren't always the same, the burst can be harder to recapture, and the grind gets heavier each year. But don't count this man out. Not now. Not when he's saying things like, I've got as much passion as I did in the beginning. That's not lip service, that's a declaration. Diggs is here to leave a mark. And it's not just about what he does on Sundays. It's about how he sets the tone Monday through Saturday. That's something that matters a whole lot more than most fans realize, because it's not just the 74 and then the 70-yard touchdowns or the highlight reel catches. It's what a guy like Diggs brings to the meeting rooms, the film sessions, the weight room. It's the way young players look at him and realize what it takes to be great. That's infectious. That's how you build a winning culture. Let's be honest, last year's Patriots team wasn't just bad on the field. They were flat. They were uninspired. There were questions about leadership, about effort, about accountability. But you look at this team now and it already feels different. The draft was strong. The free agency moves have purpose. And the players they're bringing in, like Stefon Diggs, are clearly wired the right way. Vegas knows it too. Just last season, New England was a 4-win team. No one expected much. Now sportsbooks have them favored in 11 of 17 games. That doesn't happen by accident. That happens when people inside and outside the building recognize that something is shifting. But it's not just about hype. It's about substance. It's about veterans like Diggs bringing intensity. It's about a coaching staff that isn't clinging to the past but building something new. And it's about players buying into the mission. Not just to prove the doubters wrong, but to prove to themselves and each other that this new version of the Patriots is for real. Stefon Diggs might be the headline, but he's also the foundation. And in a league where wide receivers are more vocal than ever, chasing the bag, calling their own shots, and prioritizing stats over team results, Diggs' approach feels refreshingly old school. He's chasing wins, not headlines. And for a franchise that's trying to find its way back to relevance, that's exactly the kind of player you want leading the charge. There's also something poetic about Diggs, a veteran star with a storied career, landing in New England at a time like this. This isn't the dynasty-era Patriots. This isn't Brady and Belichick running the show. This is a team in transition, a franchise in search of a new face, a new voice, and a new direction. And Diggs could end up being a central figure in all of it. Not just catching touchdowns, but showing younger players how to carry themselves, how to bounce back from adversity, and how to grind for greatness. So while the rehab continues and the countdown to kickoff creeps closer, all eyes are on Stefon Diggs, not because of who he's sitting next to at basketball games, but because of what he represents for this Patriots team. He's a statement. He's a tone setter. He's a player who's been through the wars and is still hungry for more. And make no mistake, when Diggs lines up in that Patriots uniform for the first time, whether it's in preseason or the regular season opener, the message will be loud and clear. This team isn't here to rebuild, they're here to compete. And if Stefon Diggs has anything to say about it, they're here to win. While Stefon Diggs sets the tone for a new era of intensity and focus in Foxboro, the ripple effects of change are being felt beyond just the wide receiver room. One of the most significant developments this offseason across the league didn't even happen in New England, but it has major implications for the Patriots' future, and specifically for rookie quarterback Drake May. When the San Francisco 49ers handed Brock Purdy a jaw-dropping 5-year, $265 million contract extension, it wasn't just a reward for a quarterback who helped take them to a Super Bowl. It was a clear message that winning matters more than pedigree and that late-round picks can get paid like superstars if they produce. That message echoes loudly in Foxboro, where the Patriots have pinned their hopes on a young, unproven quarterback who many believe could be the face of the franchise for years to come. Brock Purdy went from Mr. Irrelevant, the last pick in the NFL draft, to one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league. He wasn't supposed to be the guy. He wasn't even supposed to play. But when he got his shot, he delivered. Playoff wins, big-time throws, and the kind of poise under pressure that made coaches and executives believe they had something rare. His extension included $18 million in guarantees and put him in the top 10 highest paid quarterbacks in the league. That's not just impressive, it's transformative. And for Drake May, it's an example of what's possible. May walks into a Patriots locker room with expectations on his shoulders and a ticking clock on his rookie contract. That rookie deal is a blessing. 4 years of team control with a 5th-year option, all at a cost far lower than a veteran quarterback demands. This is the window, the time when a team can stack the roster around a cheap but talented quarterback and make a legitimate run at contention. But the flip side of that coin is this. If Drake May develops quickly, if he produces, if he wins, he's going to want to get paid. And based on where quarterback contracts are going, that number could be astronomical. We're talking about $70 million per year becoming a very real possibility in the not-so-distant future. It sounds insane, but not long ago, $40 million per year seemed absurd. Now it's the going rate for the league's top signal callers. If the salary cap continues to rise and quarterbacks continue to drive team success the way they always have, those contracts are only going to climb. And if May becomes the guy New England hopes he can be, the Patriots may have a decision to make sooner than they'd like. Would they pay $70 million a year to keep him? Would they be willing to dedicate a quarter of their salary cap to one player if it meant keeping the most important position on the field locked down for the next decade? For some teams, the answer would be no. For others, and maybe for New England, the answer could be yes if he proves he's worth it. And make no mistake, this is a new Patriots regime. Gone are the days of Tom Brady taking pay cuts year after year to help build a stronger roster. That kind of team-first sacrifice, while admirable, just doesn't exist in today's NFL. Brady was the exception, not the rule, and now that he's retired, those days are officially over. So if May becomes a star, the Patriots are going to have to treat him like one. That means building around him, investing in his success, and ultimately being ready to write a check that reflects his value. That's the modern NFL. Teams either have a quarterback or they don't. And if you've got one, you hold on tight. Imagine. No matter the cost. But all of that is still a few years away. For now, it's about development. It's about building confidence, chemistry, and continuity. It's about the coaching staff giving him the tools to succeed and putting the right veterans around him, guys like Stefon Diggs, who can elevate him when the pressure's on. And speaking of the coaching staff, one man who's already making his presence felt in a major way is new head coach Mike Vrabel. Vrabel, a former Patriot himself, isn't here to dwell on the past. When asked about last season's failures, the ugly 4-win campaign, the questions surrounding the locker room, the regression of key young players, his response was as blunt as it was perfect. Why the fuck would I care about last year? That one quote might tell you everything you need to know about the new culture in Foxboro. It's not about what was. It's about what's next. Vrabel is focused on what's in front of him. The practices, the workouts, the meetings, the players showing up ready to work. He doesn't care about last year's stats, narratives, or excuses. He cares about winning, and he's not afraid to say it out loud. That kind of mentality is infectious, and it's already rubbing off the team. Veterans and rookies alike have shown up for voluntary workouts in droves, eager to compete, eager to learn, and eager to prove that this team is ready to flip the script. There's a different energy in the building, one that's built on accountability, effort, and urgency. Vrabel has always been a no-nonsense leader, and now he's bringing that same edge to a franchise that desperately needed a reset. And if there's one player who embodies that spirit of toughness, competitiveness, and all-around versatility, it's rookie running back Tre'Von Henderson. The Patriots raised more than a few eyebrows when they selected Henderson in the second round with the 38th overall pick. Some questioned the decision. Others wondered if he was really the right fit. But the Patriots didn't hesitate. There were multiple teams reportedly calling to trade up for that pick, offering significant compensation. New England said no. They had their guy, and they weren't budging. Henderson might not be your typical bell cow back, but that's exactly why the Patriots love him. He's a true all-around weapon. He can run between the tackles, break off big plays, and most importantly in today's NFL, he can catch the football. In fact, over his final 2 seasons at Ohio State, he was targeted 53 times in the passing game and dropped only 2 passes. That's elite efficiency for a running back known for explosive plays and breakaway speed. And here's the other stat that jumps off the page. In 300 rushing attempts across those 2 seasons, he didn't fumble once. 0 fumbles. That kind of ball security paired with dynamic playmaking ability makes him an instant threat in this Patriots offense. It's the kind of pick that signals a very intentional shift. This isn't about plugging holes anymore. This is about building an identity, surrounding a young quarterback with weapons, giving the coaching staff versatile, dependable pieces, and sending a message to everyone in the locker room. The standard is back. Mike Vrabel doesn't want to hear about rebuilding. Stefon Diggs doesn't want to hear about excuses. Drake May doesn't want to wait to lead. And Tre'Von Henderson doesn't want to ride the bench. This is a new Patriots team. And they're coming with purpose. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a stunning move that has sent shockwaves through the NFL, star linebacker TJ Watt has signed a groundbreaking 3-year contract with the New England Patriots, reportedly worth over $1 billion. This deal not only redefines the CAA market for defensive players, but also signals a bold new chapter for the Patriots, who have been actively reshaping their roster to return to championship contention. TJ Watt, widely regarded as one of the most dominant defensive players in the league, has built a reputation for his relentless pursuit of quarterbacks and game-changing plays. His arrival in New England marks a significant shift from his previous tenure with the Pittsburgh Steelers, where he earned multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards and became the cornerstone of their defense. The move to the Patriots, a franchise known for its strategic brilliance and commitment to excellence, suggests a perfect alignment of Watt's competitive drive and the team's ambitions. The sheer scale of the contract, exceeding $1 billion over 3 years, is unprecedented for a defensive player. It underscores the increasing value teams are placing on elite defensive talent, especially those who can impact the game on every snap. Watt's ability to disrupt offenses, generate sacks, and force turnovers has made him one of the most feared defenders in the league. This investment by the Patriots reflects their confidence in Watt's ability to elevate their defense to a new level. For the Patriots, who have been rebuilding following the departure of their legendary quarterback Tom Brady, adding Watt is a statement of intent. Bill Belichick and the Patriots front office have long emphasized the importance of a strong defense in winning championships, and Watt fits perfectly into that philosophy. His leadership and experience will be invaluable as the team integrates younger players and seeks to regain its dominance in a highly competitive AFC. Fans and analysts alike are eager to see how Watt's presence will transform the Patriots' defensive scheme. Known for his versatility, Watt can line up as an outside linebacker or defensive end, providing flexibility to Belichick's complex defensive playbook. His impact is expected to be immediate, helping to disrupt opposing quarterbacks and improve the team's overall defensive rankings. This signing also carries significant implications for the NFL as a whole. The billion-dollar valuation of Watt's contract sets a new benchmark for defensive player compensation, potentially influencing future negotiations across the league. It highlights how teams are increasingly willing to invest heavily in defensive stars who can shift the momentum of games and contribute to winning seasons. As the Patriots prepare for the upcoming season, the spotlight will undoubtedly be on TJ Watt and how he adapts to his new environment. With his competitive fire and the Patriots' organizational strength, this partnership could redefine the team's trajectory for years to come. Watt's choice to join New England is more than just a financial milestone. It is a bold move that could reshape the balance of power in the NFL. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.